Howdy everybody, the Brandt here. Welcome, welcome. I'm very quiet because my daughter is once again falling asleep upstairs. So I'm home with her tonight, so I wasn't able to get out to the store. But I do have the Scarlet Witch pack, so I'm super excited for that. So I'm going to be talking a little bit quieter than I normally would. Don't tell Larry that I'm streaming. He doesn't know I'm streaming a solo game. So I'm going to open the pack, and I'm going to play with the pre-con deck, just because I'm excited to have this in and whatnot. And then we will play our game day on Thursday. Thursday we're going to play Built, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver. We're going to play Marvel Smash Up, and we're going to play the X-Men Mutant Insurrection dice game that Asmodee just released, or Fantasy Flight Games. So we'll have all that stuff in store for people. So that should be a good time. So I'm just going to focus on this. I'm just going to play Rhino. Although I think for fun, I'm going to shuffle in the Ronin set. We'll see how that goes. But let's go down to the table. I'll have to mostly read the cards to you because here I don't get the best camera, which is kind of something I'm working on. But again, it's like a 6-month plan to get a better camera for in here, since I seem to be streaming from home a lot now. Also, I was supposed to have a space in the basement possibly, or the attic where I could stream from, and our basement flooded. So that's being worked on, and that space is being redone. So eventually we'll be able to suspend something instead of just this camera here, which is more for taking pictures than for streaming. So those are the issues that we run into. All right, here we go. Howdy, if you're here, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you're watching afterward and whatnot. It's good to have everybody in here. Doesn't seem to be too many people yet, but let's get this pack open. All right, so I actually opened the pack already. So here's Scarlet Witch. You know, we never show the poster off, so I should show the poster. She doesn't seem to have mechanisms, does she? Team Up is in there. All right, there's her poster. Nope, I'm gonna bring it into the actual camera. So there's the poster of Scarlet Witch. Nice, and the box. So we'll toss those up there. All right. So Scarlet Witch's card here. When I'm gonna make sure that I'm aimed towards this camera. Okay. When boost icons and encounter card would be counted, discard the top card of the encounter deck and count the number of boost icons on that card instead. So we're going to look for that and be able to trigger those. And then over here, superpowered siblings, discard 2 cards in your hand, draw 2, draw 3 instead if you have Pietro. So then we've got Pietro in her deck, and he can ready once a turn, just like Quicksilver does. This Chaos Magic lets you play a card for free by discarding. And then you got 4 of these Hex Bolts, which have you discard. So she's always looking at the encounter boost icons, and you discard 3 cards and then do various things. The Molecular Decay, deal 5 damage to an enemy and discard the top 2 cards of the encounter deck. For each boost icon, deal an additional damage, so you could deal up to 11 damage with those. Warp Reality, when an encounter card is revealed from the encounter deck, cancel all of its effects and discard it. Discard cards on the top of the deck equal to the number of boost icons, so you can get rid of a card. Agatha Harkness, never heard of her. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 of those to your hand, and place the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. And then these Magic Shields, put them out when a character would take damage, discard it to prevent 3. Those are really cool for protection especially. And then her Crest. When boost icons on an encounter card are counted, exhaust Scarlet Witch's Crest, increase or decrease the number by 1. And then we've got the Justice cards. We'll look at those as we play. So she goes through to here. And, ooh, I need cards for those. And we'll look at the new cards from the set here. Browbeat. Play only if your identity has the Avenger trait, deal 2 damage to the villain, then deal X additional to the villain, max 3, where X is the villain's stage number. So we're seeing a bunch of those. Might be Black Cat on there. When an ally you control attacks, it gets +3 for that attack. After that attack resolves, discard that ally. And Bait and Switch, which I know is the big Spider-Man card. The villain attacks you, remove 4 threat from the main scheme. Hey, threat removal. That'll be amazing. Heal damage from your alter ego equal to your recovery value. So you can go down to alter ego and pay to recover, or recover twice with that card. All right, so let's sleeve these and shuffle them. I knew I was going to have to get in here. I was like, nah, I'll close that. I don't need that. All right, I need some red sleeves. Uh-oh, do I have red sleeves? I do. All right. So she's got 2 of these Slipping Sanity that you shuffle into the deck, so that's kind of interesting. Most of this stuff I think I'll just see as it comes up. Seems exciting to do. My camera's at a little bit of a funny angle. Luminous, and then these Magical Suppression and Chaos Manipulation. These seem fun. So we'll set those to the side. These will go in the deck. Yep. All right. And then Wanda. Here, so we'll start with her that way. Back up just a little bit, I guess. And turn. Does that allow me to turn this a little straighter? Not really, huh? All right, let's see. What do we need to do here to get this situated? All right, that's a little straighter for me now. I was playing at a pretty severe angle there. All right. So we got those cards ready to go. Those are going to go in the deck. And then we'll sleeve these ones up real fast. And kind of look at these as we go. So speed is after he thwarts, he can ready. 4 for 2, so he can remove 8 for 4. That's awesome. Wiccan, after Wiccan thwarts, discard the top card of the deck. For each boost icon, deal 1 damage to an enemy. So that's kind of cool for only 2. Crisis averted. There's 3 of these. Remove 6 threat from the main scheme. If you paid for this card using a intelligence resource, then you can thwart ignoring the crisis icon. So that's a lot off the main scheme. Multitasking, remove 2 threat from a scheme, and then if you paid using the mental resource, you can remove 2 threat from a different scheme. Swift retribution. The villain schemes, and then you deal 4 damage to them. That's interesting. Turn the tide. After you remove all thwart from a scheme, deal 3 damage to the enemy. So this is Justice that we're going to be playing in. Then we'll have 2 Power of Justice. Sorry, as I say, when I'm home, I don't have the best setup here. But we get to play this. And then 2 Heroic Intuitions, an Order in Chaos. And then this Spiritual Meditation, so I can play this if I have Mystic, which I think means we can use that on Doctor Strange. So Doctor Strange and her, they can draw 2 cards, choose and discard a card from their hand. That's nice cycling. Although you get that card as well, so you're not really ending up with more cards. And then 1 of each of our resources, and then it says stop. Oh. That one's got to go over there, and then I've got to get her actual cards, which I showed you already. Alright, so we'll take on Rhino here. I guess we'll do Expert Rhino and just see how it goes. And I shuffled in Ronin, so that'll be fun. So we may just run into troubles here, but we'll see how good this deck is. I guess Justice is an interesting play against him, but we'll keep that down. What are you doing over there, kitty? It's very quiet and whispery, unlike when I have Larry and we're screaming and we're playing. But again, that'll be coming Thursday. Is anybody on here watching? Oh, there are a few people. Say hello if you're there. Sorry, again, my daughter is just about asleep upstairs, so I'm doing the whisper thing. Hopefully you can hear me. Just give her a little bit more time to get to sleep. But we're going to play with this pack here with Rhino. Like maybe with that shadow, if I drop this down a little, maybe easier. Let's see if I can do that. Sorry for all the adjustment here. Should be able to bring this down a little further. And then maybe get a slightly better angle on that. Not much. All right. So we'll set our cards and things aside. We got Wanda here. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Clear all these cards out. All right, got this here, the break-in, and we also need, put the Ronin set in here, break-in and taken, so that will have 3 threat on it. We'll look to remove that quickly. And shuffle Wanda's cards in as well. I don't know, maybe I helped myself with the Ronin set with all the 3s on it. We'll find out, right? All right. Here we go. Playing with the pre-con deck against Rhino with the, what is it, like Judge, Jury, and Executioner or something? All right, so we can get rid of this. Is she a 2 on that side? So that could be good. We don't need to worry about main. We don't need to worry about any of these. So we're going to discard these 3. Draw 3 more. We've got more multitasking, more Swift Retribution, and her crest. All right, so we will cycle these 2 with her ability, her superpowered siblings, to draw 2 more and get Order and Chaos. So then... oh, I have Mystic here. So I will play Spiritual Meditation, draw 2 cards, and then discard 1. So I'm going to discard this Heroic Intuition. I'll then pay Strength to put the crest down, which lets me increase or decrease an encounter. No, I have to exhaust. I was going to say, is it just unlimited? I'm going to give her Heroic Intuition with my Genius, and I'm going to play Order and Chaos to put down a Magic Shield. Flip over. I have 1, 2, 3, so I will exhaust and get rid of Break-In and Take-In. Hey, he's got 15 health. Away we go. And our hand size over here is 5. She's a 2/1/2. There is that. All right. So Rhino will add 1 here. He's going to charge to attack me. Guess I've just got this thing here. Oh, what is her health? 10. So it's going to be just 3. So we'll go to 7. Although it's probably a good time to just get rid of the 3. Since it was 3 exactly. So we'll do that. And then he's going to draw an encounter card, which is going to be You Dare Oppose Me. So we discard the top 5 cards of the encounter deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, goodness gracious. And any cards from the Ronin set come into play. So this one will be, I always have +1 attack against me. And this one will be Ronin the Accuser. And he's got toughness, immune to stun, and 9 health. So that should be fun. And he's tough. Ooh, I wonder if I could have canceled that card. Warp Reality, yes. All right. So we're going to go back. Sorry for the cheating. And we're going to get rid of these. We'll shuffle these back in. We're going to cancel this card. Although I guess I wouldn't have known. Right? Could have been that there was nothing there, but I just realized I had the card and I'm getting used to playing her, so I'm going to cheat. Alright, so we will use a Swift Retribution to play Warp Reality, and then it has 2 icons, so I have to discard 2 cards from the top of the deck. So we lose Shocker and Master Plan. Although I guess it's no fun not to get Ronin out when I shuffled the Ronin set in, but here we go. All right, so we're left with these cards here. So we'll play Spiritual Meditation to draw 2, and then we need to discard 1. Not a ton here. I'd love to be able to play this, but I don't have the resources. Oh, I also had this ability, right? Boost guy icons will be counted. Discard the top card. That can count the number and the next card instead. It's a little different. All right. Boy, do I want to do this? Have him scheme, and then I could remove some. So I guess I'll discard this card. That's how I'm going to deal most of my damage, though. We're going to discard this shield. We're going to play that again. Draw 2. Maybe get a double resource. Nope. We'll get rid of one of these. We'll spend one of these to have him scheme. So he's going to scheme for 3. And then we're going to deal 4 damage to him. So he's down to 11. And then we're going to remove 3 threat. There's that. All right. And do we flip down with her? I guess so. Especially since it's Rhino. All right. So we draw back up. Turn the tide. So if we clear that scheme, we can deal damage. So that's kind of what we're looking to do. Okay. Got it. So we want to play these once we clear. That's going to give us some card movement. And then, oh, we've got these hex bolts now. All right. So now I can see how we're going to deal some damage. All right. So he's going to add 1 there. Then he's going to scheme. It's going to be 3. So we will count it as 2. So it only goes to 4. And then he's going to draw, bring the hammer down. Ronin the Accuser activates with the player. If Ronin the Accuser is not in play, this card gains Surge. All right. Gang up, Surge. And bring the hammer down, Surge. And Exhaustion. I'm exhausted. And the Accused. All right, here we go. So let's go ahead and use our Magic Shield to play Agatha Harkness. She lets us look at the top 3 cards of the deck and add 1 to our hand. Put the rest back on the bottom of the deck in any order. Interesting. Okay. So do we want to get an ally in play? We already have a Hex Bolt. So maybe we'll play this Wiccan. We'll have to see. All right, we will flip over. We will not be able to get rid of threat there, so that's a little tricky. Unless we play this Hex Bolt and it works out. So we could put Wiccan in. Only thwarts for 1, though. All right, so let's try the Hex Bolt. So we'll pay these 2. We'll play the Hex Bolt, discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. This one has 2, this one has 0, this one has 0. So each 0 is deal 2 damage to an enemy, the 2 is draw a card. Okay. Got it. So he's down to 7. And we cannot use these cards at all, huh? Well, that's not very exciting. It's going to go to 5. I can get rid of 3. All right. Well, let's just draw and see what we get. Oh, speed. That should be good. We could put him down, and then we could remove that threat. All right. So he's going to add 1 here to go to 5. Then he's going to attack, and it's going to be for 4, huh? We'll just take it. Put Ronin to play, engage with you. There he is. All right, so then he's going to attack me for 3. So I get hit for 5, and then I get hit for 3. I'm down to 2. Yikes. And then we will draw a card, and it is discard an upgrade or support. All right, so we'll get rid of Agatha. Or the crest. I guess Agatha for now. All right. So back to us. We'll put speed out. We'll use speed to get rid of 2 here. And then after he thwarts, he can ready. Then we will use Scarlet Witch to remove 3 here. Oop, actually I should be down to 1. I'll clear that. 3 damage to an enemy. So I'll actually have speed attack here for 1, and then I will deal 6 damage to Ronin. And flip down. And I'll put a second one on speed. All right. Oh wow, this is going to be tough. I guess Ronin was a tricky one to go for. So we will draw 6. There's Quicksilver. That could be helpful. Crisis averted. No. Turning the tide. So if I can clear that again. So these ones I don't need so much. Chaos magic. Play a card from your hand ignoring its resource cost. Well, that could be a great way to play Quicksilver. So that could be an idea to get rid of Ronin there. All right, we'll add 1. We will draw. So that'll be a second one. And then Ronin will add 3 to go to 5 here. And then we'll draw and discard top 5. Do we have a way to cancel that before we forget this time? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. None are from that set, so we're good. All right. Talk a little bit louder now. I think she might be fully asleep. All right, so I'm not going to play these Crisis Averted. Is that any cheaper, though, for me? Rather than removing with her, I could play the... No, because I want Quicksilver down. So I'm going to get rid of those 2. Cycle with this draw. So now I'll have these ones I can play. Oh, I need to heal, huh? So how am I going to get her to remove threat? Or am I just going to block? She has to remove threat in order to do this, which could be a Hex Bolt. So if I play him for free, then I Hex Bolt, and I could change that so that I remove threat and then deal the 3 damage. Okay, so I will heal for 3 to go to 4. I will flip. I will use Chaos Magic to play Quicksilver for free, discard the top 4. I should read this card and make sure I'm doing it correctly. Play a card from your hand, ignoring its resource cost, discard cards with count equal to that card's printed resource cost. Yep, so I did that exactly right. Then I will play Hex Bolt. Nope, I will remove Thwart with speed and get that down to 3, and then will I do it again? No. I will ready him so I can block with him, and then I will have Quicksilver remove 1 there and ready to get that one down to 2. All right, then I'll play the Hex Bolt. 1, 2, 3. So I've got a 0 and 2 1s. So the 1s remove 2 threat from a scheme. The 0s deal damage. So I'm going to play this to lower 1 to a 0. So I'm going to remove 2 threat. Upon doing that, I'm going to turn the tide, which will deal 3 damage to Ronin. So he's out. Although that deck's almost empty. And then I deal 4 damage here. All right. We got Rhino down to 3. Did I attack again then? Nope. So then I'll have Quicksilver attack. Give me 1 second. All right, buddy, I'm going to pause. I'll be right back in just a few minutes. Alrighty. Sorry, everybody. I'm back. All right, so let's see where we were at. We were drawing our hands. We're going to need another encounter card. Shuffle through. We seem to be doing pretty well here. It is Rhino. All right. All right, so we're going to add a threat. He's going to attack, and we're going to block with speed. So he's going to attack for 3. Doesn't matter, speed is dead. Oh, we didn't draw the rest of our cards. All right, so we don't need that one. That one we can cycle cards with, which will be good. Multitasking. That could be good just to deal damage. We got to take him down. All right. Then cards. So he's going to flip this one, which is going to be his big kick. Nice to have a tough. And then he's going to attack. All right, this could be tricky. If I block here, it's going to be 6. I think that I am dead. I don't think I have a way to cycle a card, right? When boost icons and encounter card would be counted. I think I'm done. So Quicksilver blocks 2 on him. She can block for 2, and it'll be 6. And it's +1 even, 7. So, darn. That is not the 2-card combination I wanted to see. That is an action. Alright. Well, he attacks. I will block. It's for 7. +0. I block 2, and I take 4. Arrivederci. Darn. Tried so hard. Alright, so yeah, just having Roan in there just made that way harder in terms of all that. So that's probably where I overestimated. I think if I didn't have all those Ronin cards, might have had a shot with this precon in terms of all those things. So, all right, Welt. Like I said, we will be back. I just wanted to kind of show off the pack a little bit for people and see how that justice works. I don't know. I can't remember who built what last time. So one of us will play Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, as is kind of the obvious. I know there's been some videos of that and whatnot, but it seems like the most fun. If you want to comment down below who we should face, Kang or Wrecking Crew, or some of the ones we haven't played as much recently, or maybe we just rematch Rhino here and try to figure those ones out. Just let us know who you think we should. So just a short stream. I just wanted to show off Scarlet Witch to you. This will be out on Friday, so that should be really exciting. Obviously, if you're local to our store, then come in and grab your copy on Friday. We should have enough. Otherwise, let me know if you're getting your copy elsewhere. I know the UK had these already. But you know what the most exciting part about Scarlet Witch is to me? It means next up in April is Galaxy's Most Wanted, which means I can finally be Rocket Raccoon. But not trying to skip past the joy of Scarlet Witch. This one's also awesome, but I'm really excited for that. So, all right, I'll probably do some more plays of this and whatnot. Thursday, like I said, we're going to do a Marvel stream, so we'll play Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Then we're going to play a little Marvel Smash Up, the card game from OP and AEG. And the op, excuse me, and then we'll play the one from Final Fantasy Flight Games. I'm not doing good talking tonight. X-Men Mutant Insurrection, which is like a dice rolling game. So those are kind of lighter, just fun fare, but I figure they go along with Marvel, so that should be fun. All right, thanks everybody. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, and just enjoying our content. I'll also be back this week with some more Lord of the Rings playthroughs. I'm going to finish that one up. It's not getting a ton of views, but I think it's fun, and then it will be there for people to go back and watch, which I think will probably happen a lot more with that, in terms of that. So, thanks so much. I'll try to do better next time. That wasn't very good. All right.